So, as you probably all know, in the coming patch that is happening in just a couple of hours' time here, in that patch, the captain's quarters here are going to be completely removed from EVE Online, which is something that I am a little bit disappointed about, even though I do understand CCP's reasoning for removing this feature. It is something that I'm still going to miss, and something that I'm a little bit disappointed that they don't have a replacement feature for sort of ready to go when they're going ahead and removing this. Because after this feature gets removed, after we no longer have the captain's quarters, my character here is not really going to exist in the game in any kind of real way. Basically, this character here is just going to be confined to this little box in the top left-hand corner of my screen, and is not really going to, actually exist in the game anymore. Yeah, which for me is really a disappointment, and not just for myself, but also for new players who are starting EVE Online and creating a character. Like, for me, character creation is something that I really value in video games, and something that I always really enjoy in a video game. So I think for new people starting EVE and putting a lot of time and effort into creating a character, I think those people are going to be a little bit disappointed when they log into the game and find out that their character, doesn't really exist at all. I know when I started playing this game, I put a lot of time into just naming my character and even, doing the whole character customization sort of thing. And if these captain's quarters hadn't existed, I don't think I really would have gotten invested into the game quite as much, because I wouldn't have had that connection with the character, and, possibly, well, honestly, I still would have ended up playing this game for a lot of other reasons. But, potentially I may not have been as invested, and definitely I could see that other players who value RPG mechanics and value character-driven features in games, I think those people are, may be going to not be as invested in EVE Online. Yeah, like I said, I do understand CCP's reasoning behind this, because apparently, this environment in here relies on some pretty old code, and CCP is trying to push through a lot of graphics changes at the moment, and lighting changes, that sort of thing. And when they make those changes to the game as a whole, they have to make them to this in-station environment here, the captain's quarters, and that is taking quite a bit of development time. And that, coupled with the fact that not a lot of people apparently use this environment, it's quite a low percentage of the player base. Those two factors sort of put together means that they have decided to focus their development time elsewhere, and I guess more on the spaceship side of the game, which definitely does make sense. EVE Online is a game about spaceships, and I think that's where the majority of CCP's development time should be put. But that being said, I still think there is room in EVE Online for character-driven features like the captain's quarters here. And it is something that I would like to see return to the game. And it is something that apparently I did see one of the developers talking about ideas that they potentially have to replace this feature. But at the moment, from what I can gather, that's definitely just in the ideas phase. And in the game development world, something moving from the ideas phase to the implementation phase is often quite a long time. And with a maybe slightly smaller developer like CCP, that could be quite a while. So I don't think we'll be seeing another or a replacement feature for the captain's quarters here for quite some time. And for me, that is a little bit of a disappointment. But I'd be keen to know what you guys think. So leave us a comment on this video, and let me know if you are going to miss the captain's quarters. But thank you very much for watching this video here today. And remember, as always, fly dangerous.